Building the Country Living House of the Year on one of the highest mountains in West Virginia in the middle of February means dealing with snow, freezing temperatures, and mudslides. John's crew needs to pour the footers before the end of the day. But before the crew can even get started, they have to dig out the construction site.
We're getting it cleaned out, so hopefully we'll be all right.
They can't afford any more delays because the temperature on site is quickly dropping. If the concrete freezes before it sets, it could cause severe damage to the entire structure.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're waiting on him. Well, that sucks. It's going to freeze tonight, so we're going to be adding some antifreeze and some retarder so the concrete will set up better, and we'll put some heat blankets on it tonight.
If you pour concrete when it's cold and you don't protect it, your foundation will not be very sound. It could fail. It could fail within a couple of months or maybe 4 or 5 years before it fails.
The crew uses special blankets to insulate the concrete and trap heat. Without these blankets, the concrete wouldn't cure correctly. John's team is able to finish the footers and get them covered before temperatures begin to drop. Meanwhile, up north, Robin and Rebecca are headed to a salvage yard in New Jersey to find vintage doors, a mantle, and some decorating pieces for the house.
Most people in their own personal homes have a mixture of old and new. And one way that we make our House of the Year project feel like it's not a brand new house, to make it feel like it's a really lived-in house, is to incorporate collectibles and antiques.
How are you? Welcome. You guys ready to see some stuff?
Yeah, let's go.
Let me show you some stuff here.
Country Living has always embraced using green elements. With salvage, they can reuse and reinvent old pieces into new designs. When you're buying structural pieces at a salvage yard, there are a few things to keep in mind.
The trick about vintage doors or salvage doors is making sure that the hardware you put on it works with it. So it's getting vintage hardware that you have to then, figure out if you have all of the cylinders and all of the parts to use the hardware first off, and then drill the hole to match.
Each panel is 24 inches wide.
Whoa, we're wrecking the place. So we're taking that one with us. So let's top prices.
All right, so what do we need price on? Everything that's on the table?
The salvage yard turns out to be a great resource for Rebecca and Robin. They end up buying over 40 items for the house.
From doors to medicine cabinets,
Shutters and rusty tables. I found a lot of good stuff.
Rebecca, I'm adding it up. I think I've blown my budget.
Coming up, a framing mistake threatens to delay construction.
I'll make them tear everything right back down, start again.
Plus, what will hurricane force winds mean for this roof? For more information on projects featured in Country Living's House of the Year, log on to DIYnetwork.com.